It's had it around about 4,
3.5,
in terms 4 or 5 in terms of the potential goals that they were scoring. So although they didn't create loads of great chances, there was enough for them in that to win that game.
Yeah, but what was good about that game is that when you're going for the league like that, you'll get a game where you probably need the bench. I think the last 5 goals for Liverpool have come from the bench, and 3 of those as well, Gaffer, has been people who've assisted from the bench.
Yeah.
So they've already set up for, you know what, if a team...
When you see this, these kind of wins feel good, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Because what's happening is that you put the team out and then they've done well. They've done their job, they've defended brilliantly, missed chances maybe, but then you are able to get somebody like Núñez off the bench to go and make a difference. That's what you're hoping. I'm sure that Liverpool would have said, OK, we'll take a point because we haven't lost. But if you've got somebody who could come off the bench and make a difference and get you the 3 points, that's championship. That's how you win the league. That's what happens.
Jota did it at Forest.
Jota
with a header in
22 seconds back.
You know, and that's what a great squad does. I've always said it to my subs over the years, even before the rugby scenario, but what's the most important team? The one that starts or the one that finishes?
One that finishes.
And I used to say it to the subs for a reason, just to get in their mind, because in some ways, once the first half's gone, that's history. You can't think about it. It's the future. And then the last 20 minutes of games, there's a lot of goals being scored. Now the game goes on for 97 minutes, or normally, or whatever, average. That's when there's a lot of key moments in matches for any team, let alone a team that's got the confidence and the ability to bring players off the bench and make a difference, which Liverpool are doing.
It's funny because I know we're going to mention Arsenal, but it's listening to Arteta's quote about what Liverpool are capable of doing, who they can bring off the bench, what they can do, and him saying, same as I think as Amorim saying to Ineos, you know, it's a message to the board. I am the absolute opposite of what Liverpool can do, and that's worrying.
Nobody has a front six like the Liverpool one.
No.
All the options.
Unbelievable.
Yes, and I think that's true in terms of numbers. But would Arsenal, for example, take a Núñez, maybe a Jota? You could see would be
Núñez
useful.
is the one.
But you look at or a Gakpo or a Luis Diaz. Would they necessarily be Arsenal's kind of players?
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think they might not start for every big team in the Premier League, but to be in your squad, to have that depth, to be able to bring on a Luis Diaz, or Darwin is a little bit slightly different to the others.
But like when he's hit, it's 3 points.
Yeah. For this game, perfect. And to be fair, we said before.
Have we given up trying to work out why Darwin Núñez is the way he is? Are we just kind of accepting him
I think
as he is now?
You just have to accept him as he is.
Whatever team he would go in, he's going to be a bit like that. Whatever.
I don't think. You think Gaffer? I think it's. If he goes for 40 million, 35 million, I don't think he gets the same noise. But it's because he's gone for as much as he's gone for. People are constantly on his case.
Yeah, there's a bit of that.
That's all. That's what I think.
It's a tough team to start in.
Yeah.
Because although I thought Slot should have started Darwin in this game against a defence like the Brentford team, same at Forest, I thought he made a mistake by starting Luis Diaz, who's one is not a 9, so not a traditional 9, and 2 needs the space to use his space and the runs in behind, which against Forest and Brentford they would never be there. So I thought Darwin not starting was a bit of a mistake from Slot. It was rectified by Jota getting the equaliser in the Forest game, and then Darwin coming on later to get that win. But it's all the different profiles. You can have 6 forwards, but if you look at Salah and Jota and Diaz and Gakpo and Darwin, plus even a Harvey Elliott, they're all so different, and that's the brilliance of it, I think.
It just looks like a player when he starts. When he starts in a team, he's a different player to when he comes in on the bench. You know, when the chains are off a little bit, if you're losing or you need, you know, they weren't under immense pressure there against...
it is a different pressure.
It's a different pressure. It's a different...
As a striker...
The lad at Villa, Duran. He looks a fantastic player, but when I've seen him start, he's not the same player as coming on from the bench. And sometimes you just have these players that have an impact coming from... They can't play with the pressure on their shoulders at the beginning of the game.
And when the defenders are a little bit fresher and a little bit more switched on, sometimes that
mentally
makes a
switch off.
But even when you watch the way in which Liverpool get that 2-0 win against Brentford, the Arsenal players were getting ready to go out. They had the 5:30 kickoff UK time, and they will have known what was happening. Do you think any of that played into Arsenal's mindset for the game? It didn't look like it, certainly at the beginning.
No, because their stuff would have started the game really well. Villa were really on the back foot.
What a finish. How good does that feel?
Very good, very good. Obviously, I think a well-deserved victory. Clean sheet, tough place to come, and on to the next.
I know it's only January, but does that still feel like a big, significant result?
Every win is a big result, especially when the teams around us are very strong. They obviously strengthen themselves as well, probably. So we have to stay consistent, win games, and perform well.
Tell us about the goal scorer, Darwin. How pleased are you for him? How much does he deserve moments like this?
Well, you have to earn these things, and I think obviously as a striker you get judged on goals, and especially at a club like Liverpool. And obviously today he put his mark on the game with the 2 goals, and very important. So that's what we need. We need everyone at their best, contributing to good success. And today it was his day.
You say you need everyone at their best. Were you at your best for that first 90 minutes of this game as a team?
I think so, yeah. Don't you think so?
37 shots and, just needed injury time to get over the line.
Well, if you are very analysed well, then obviously Brentford away is a very difficult place to come. They have a very clear structure. Obviously, you try to break a low block down at times, and if you lose the ball, sometimes you can get a counter-attack around you, and you have to defend that in the best way possible, and I think we did. Obviously, they created some moments, some danger moments. I think they created those kind of moments against any team in the league. But we handled it well. We created many moments as well, and could have scored more. But we take the 2-0 and move on.
You've won titles before. This time of year, you don't win titles. Is it all about sort of getting through, scrapping your way through, finding a way always?
No, it's trying to play your best football ever, every game. You try to perform in the best way possible, and every game I think is a very difficult game. There is no walk in the park, if people want to say that, because every game teams are very good, and they want to play their best game against us as well, like always. Like we want to play the best game against the opponents, and every game will be a difficult one. And I think if nobody is ready for a bumpy ride, then this season will definitely be one, and hopefully we'll be consistent in winning games and enjoy ourselves as well. Because if you don't enjoy the ride, then it's a difficult score. Sorry.
Looks like you enjoyed it today. Very well played.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Virgil.
Cheers.
For all the mayhem and the celebrations on the pitch, off it with Virgil, very calm.
He was excellent again today. He defends really well. He's very clever, isn't he? He very rarely goes to ground. He ushers the forwards, wherever they are, away from the goal, shutting angles down and then trusting his goalkeeper. So there were moments where Brentford attacked, counter-attacked and got chances, but you didn't feel as if they were ever in any danger, Liverpool. I always felt it was just a matter of time. And listen, they were a little bit fortunate in the end because the goals come so late. But when you've got fresh legs like a Harvey Elliott, like a Curtis Jones, a Nunez, a Andy Robertson come on, a Chiesa, they just overpower you. They just wear you down in the end. And it was, I thought it was well deserved, even though people will speak about, how the goals came eventually and how late they were. But Liverpool were by far the better team.
So the headlines in the end will go to Darwin Nunez. He came off the bench in the 65th minute. In the 91st, with their 36th shot of the game, it eventually told the pressure then, Alan.
Yeah, Trent was brilliant. I mean, the way his first cross is blocked, but the way he reacts and picks Nunez out is just class. It really is, to have that vision and that ability to find him so soon after not getting the first cross to where he wanted it to go, and the reaction is superb, and it's a magnificent finish. As we said, he missed the header maybe 5 or 10 minutes before that, but he was no way he was missing that one. Exactly what Liverpool needed.
Quick thinking from Trent, wasn't it? With that second.
He was brilliant, and I hope people give him the credit he deserves, because they were quick to criticise some of his performances, certainly the Manchester United one when the team wasn't great. But since then, his response has been excellent. Brilliant against Tottenham when he's played, excellent against Accrington Stanley when he scored the goal. Brilliant again this evening. And it's important that the Liverpool players step up. Mo Salah hasn't been at his best this last, 3, 4, 5 games. But it doesn't matter today because it's glossed over, because another centre-forward comes on and gets his goals. So when someone's struggling, like a Diaz or like a Salah, not in their best moments at this moment in time, you've got a Jota, You've got a Nunez, you've got a Gakpo, you've got a Trent, who then they lift their games.
Chiesa as well coming on.
Chiesa coming on, fresh legs, wants to attack, wants to run forward. And they ran forward a lot, the substitutions. So when you run forward past the defenders of the Brentford team, they end up start dropping deep and deep and deep, and that just creates a little bit more space. So I thought they were excellent. They all played the part, particularly for the second goal. I know they counted, but even then, Curtis Jones makes a really good run forward, and it just causes chaos. You know, this is Mo into Chiesa.
Involved here.
Chiesa into Elliott. All the subs. Look at Curtis Jones' run. He takes another defender away, opens the pitch up. I mean, it should be fairly easy for someone of Darwin Núñez's standards. I'll tell you, centre forward, that's an easy finish for him. But still, it's Liverpool busting a gut to get forwards and get numbers and get overlaps, and they get the rewards.
They smell blood now, don't they? They got the first goal and they hit them on their counter-attack. Brentford have to commit men forward, which leaves them empty at the back, and the way Liverpool sprinted forward and the numbers that they got forward, and that's a really clever finish. He's full of confidence now with the first one. Head down, hit as hard as you can, and keeper's got no chance. Game over, 3 points.
Yeah. It's always eventful, though, isn't it, when Darwin Núñez is involved? Now, you may have noted he got a yellow carded, actually, after his first goal. He took his shirt off as part of that celebration. And knowing that, we see this, where he catches Nathan Collins a little late. Is he a bit lucky not to have got a second yellow?
Well, of course he is. You know, it's 93, 94 minutes. He's scored 2. He's got a yellow card. Why? I mean, why is he even thinking about diving into that challenge? But this is the package that is Darwin Núñez. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever way you take it, he does mad things like that. You knew when he come on today after 65 minutes, he would get a yellow card today. Yeah. It's just part of his nature. He can't stop diving into challenges. He can't stop looking at players and wanting to be physical, like when he came on against Manchester United. Yeah. That's just, you have to take it or leave it with him. He misses chances, he scores chances, he gets yellow cards, he batters people. It's just the way he is. He's a full-blooded South American who's still, you can't say he's still now 9 on 3 years, but he has to temper that anger in the right way. Was